to just my microphone real quick. Anyway, this is Dicey Dungeons. It is a roguelike designed by Terry Kavanagh, the VVV and Super Hexagon guy. This game has a bit of a history. It started as a 7-day roguelike jam prototype, then went into development as a free game with updates every couple weeks, and now it is in alpha development as a commercial title. You can pick it up on itch.io and play, the new versions as they come out. The game is still very much in development, though. So there's going to be some, some placeholder stuff, some stuff that's not finished. But this version is a new one. It's basically kind of a complete overhaul of the game engine. It's the first version with, art and music from the actual artist and musician. Marlo Daub is the artist. Chipzel is the musician. And before that, it was like programmer art and, royalty-free music. And before the royalty-free music, it was random pop music MIDIs. When it became a commercial title, that obviously had to go. But let's check it out. It is at least currently running in the browser. And I had to mess around a little for the sake of browser capture. I did leave the cursor capture on because, it's a lot of clicking on stuff and pointing at stuff. I could turn it off if it bugs anyone. But it seems actually useful to, be able to see what's being clicked on. There's 5 characters currently designed. There's going to be 6 in total. The robot and the witch are ones that were implemented in version 10. They weren't ready in time for version 11. So, what we have currently in version 11 is the warrior, who's kind of your very, basic class, no gimmicks. And then we have the inventor, who... The inventor is interesting. Basically, the inventor makes you, consume and rebuild new items every battle. And the thief... I believe, I haven't tinkered with the thief as much, but I believe the thief, steals, which you'd expect. It makes use of enemy skills and items. So let's go with the word. There is a hard mode, which I haven't really, tinkered with. I haven't tried the hard mode much, because, I'm not super confident in my abilities with the game. I feel like that's something I'll explore when I get really, deep into it. There's some pausing on the music looping. That might be my browser. I had to disable hardware acceleration to get it to capture, so there might be some hiccups there, but it seems to be holding steady for now. Also, the browser, just the state of browser audio, technologically not the greatest. So let's go with the warrior. It's very basic start. You can see, this is you. This is your Dicey warrior. These are enemies, slime, keymaster. Really basic stuff. Treasure chest is treasure, its items. The downstairs, as in a lot of roguelikes, your goal is to go down the stairs and get to the boss. So you can see gold, we have none. Dice, you'll see what dice do. Experience. Stars are experience, as 3 experience to level up. Level 1, 24 out 24 HP. Mostly pretty standard stuff. 5 floors. Look at our equipment. So we don't have a lot right now. We have 6 equip slots, as you can see here. Sword's taking up 2 of them. This kind of gets at the base mechanic of the game. There's a little square where you can put a die. This is max 5, so you can't put a 6. The dice are all standard 6-sided dice. And it does, damage equal to the size, the value of the die. So your starting equipment, it's adequate. Let's fight something. Let's fight this Keymaster and get whatever he's hiding. Yeah, the frame rate might not be great, because, I don't get, because, to get it to capture, I'm not able to actually use my graphics card for this, and, I am on a laptop. So, you can see we have our sword, we have Keymaster, 12 HP. We also have the warrior's special ability, which is to reroll and get up to 3 uses per turn. So I'm gonna reroll this one. Just click and drag it onto the square. Okay, we got a 5. That's the best we can do right now. So we're gonna 5 in the sword, do 5 damage. Can't do anything else, so we pass the turn. This is the Keymaster's gimmick, his ability to cut a dice into 2 pieces, not necessarily equal, but just 2 dice that add up to the original die. And then, anything 3 or less, it can turn into damage. We're just gonna, start rerolling this 1, see if the 4 is pretty good. We're just gonna reroll the other one, see if we can get a 5. We didn't. 4 is fine. And you can just kill this guy in, an extra attack. He's not terribly dangerous. We're gonna take 5 here, which is not great. But also, you get a full heal on level up. Alright. Do these damages. Is done in by the damages. Get a golden experience. Sure. Let's take... Okay, we've got a shield. Shields are very good. It's, a temporary cushion to HP. It's not like healing. It doesn't transfer across battles. Just temp HP. But we are going to equip it. As you can see, it takes 2 slots also. So, once we pick up a little more equipment, we'll have some decisions to make about what we want to get. Also, I think this one might always show up on the first floor as a warrior. It did the last time I played warrior. I'm not sure how documented everything is, and also it just, is subject to change from version to version. Although version 11 didn't have a whole lot of, gameplay changes. It was mostly about implementing the new art and music. And, overhauling the engine. So, fight this slime. You can see these little black and white drawings. These are sketches from the new artists. So you can see with the protagonist die and the other ones that there's more more substantial art. like it's all colored and stuff. So right now the in-battle enemies are, you know, concept sketches, and the overworld sprites are still like a lot the programmer art. So the implementation of the new art is a work in progress, and you know the soundtrack is you know, in progress. Here we have the max for both of our items, so we're just gonna use them. Okay, poison. Poison is not too nice to us. Basically, when you have poison, on your turn it does damage to you equal to your poison level and reduces poison by 1. Does 2, and then next turn will do 1. Here we have a limit break. We, you know, build limit by taking damage. Fairly classic. Ours is Fury, which doubles our next action. We could use it if we can get a 4 or 5 for damage to double our damage and kill the slime. And I don't think I will, because like I'm not really that worried. Like we're going to level up soon and get a full heal. So I think we can spank that limit break. I'm gonna plan on killing the slime in 2 turns, so reroll the 6. I was pushing my luck a little and was like kind of punished there, because now I don't get to do 4, I only get to do 3, and like only get 1 shield. So I could have had 3 and 3, I think. But the shield isn't really actually useful because I'm just taking poison. This thing only does poison, which ignores shields. So, we're gonna do poison, we're gonna take 2. But, yeah, we get to kill this thing with our sword. One more level to level up. Still have our limit break if it comes to it, and next floor. Let me see what this is. Okay, bump, pretty basic item. Increases your dice value, you know, once per turn. It's a pretty marginal effect unless you have stuff that like needs specific numbers. And there is stuff that like needs a particular number, like needs only odd, you know, specifically an odd or specifically an even. And bump is useful if you have something that needs specifically odd or specifically even, because you know it means you're pretty close to guaranteed to being able to use that. Basically, the only way that goes wrong is if you have something you need odd for and you have like all 6s. But I'm gonna equip it anyway, even though it's not terribly useful right now. No, this is, yeah, I'll take the health. Like, it's not a huge amount of health, and like I do get a full heal after I beat this wolf puppy, but like it would be kind of embarrassing to lose to the wolf puppy, and like there's no reason to get. Got this smug pointy boy, real snouty fella. Start on the rerolls. 2. Actually, you know, the reroll is only actually good if we hit exactly a 3. Because, you know, we're doing 5 damage anyway, and we can bump the 2 up to a 3. I guess it's good if we hit a 3 or a 4. And, like, pretty neutral otherwise. Yeah, I mean, it's marginal. 5 is not what we want. It's real bad if... Okay, so we ended up back where we started. Now I think back, that was actually a bad idea, because, like, it would be real bad if we ended up with a 5 or 6 and just couldn't use our shield at all. Now we're just gonna bump the 2 up to a 3. Take 3 shield. 5 damage. We don't need to use our Fury. I might be being too conservative with this limit break, because, like, I can just build another one. Okay, now we get to see Shock. Shock does this. It, Shock locks things. And you have to spend a die to release the shock, which is kind of especially annoying with, you know, only having the one weapon that actually deals damage. We're just gonna, like, do some rerolls. Okay, there we go. We had a 4, use the 3 to release, then bump it up to 5, and get some, you know, it might not even end up mattering, but it's, like, very marginal, like 4 damage versus 5 damage, but it's worth taking those marginal advantages where you can get them. So I'm not getting shocked this time because of, you know, even... Okay, Wolf Puppy has 4 HP, so we get to go bump 3 to 4, deal 4. And that's Wolf Puppy. Okay, we level up, we get extra HP, we get a full heal, we get an extra die, and we get to choose one of these items. Boomerang, I don't really like Boomerang unless you have, like, some specific reason that damaging yourself is good. Because, like, you can take it a little slower on most of these enemies and, you know, not take too much damage, but, like, if you're inflicting damage on yourself, that's gonna carry over. So I'm gonna take the spiked shield, even though it's big. Can backpack it, and yeah, see, now I have decisions. I take off this bump because, like, it's not really doing me much right now. It's, you know, giving me like 1 extra shield or attack, and having 3 items to use my 3 dice on is gonna be real nice. Spike Shield even has no limit, so, you know, that means that if I have sticks, I can just there and not have to waste it. Okay, and, found this thing. This crossbow, which, you can see this one has a number instead of just, like, a slot or requirement. That means it's a countdown. That means that I have to accumulate a total of 12. And once, you know, that counts down to 0. So, like, I put a 3 on it, and it subtracts the 3 and goes to 9. When I get it to 0, it does the thing it does. It's not as good a rate as the ones that are just deal X damage, because you have to put 12 worth of dice on it to do 9. And plus, if you, like, overflow, you don't get any benefit from that. So, like, if you have, like, if you have the countdown at 2 and roll a 5, and then to activate, you have to put the 5 on, and you just, you know, the extra 3 doesn't roll over. So I'm gonna keep the crossbow in reserved, but it's worth thinking about if we have, you know, a way to get, like, a bunch of extra dice, or, you know, we level up and, like, have, you know, like, when we get our 4th die, then, you know, it won't be as useful to have, you know, only 3 slots. So we'll keep that stuff in reserve. there's no penalty for just banking things until you need them. And if you look at the inventory, you get a lot of space. Usually when I play this, I'm pretty thorough about picking stuff up, and I've never run out of inventory space. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Yeah, sorry about the weird click when I put the mic up. It's, taped onto my vacuum cleaner, which is kind of a weird workaround. I have ordered a real mic stand, and that should come in pretty soon. So I should have a real mic stand fairly soon and won't have to deal with this weird workaround. Let's fight Stereo Head, who's an interest. It's I assume he was just Stereo Head, because like hey, what can I make a sprite out of? It's a stereo. Anyway, not a Stereo Head, not a stereotypical enemy at all. Oh, I love this sketch. I love this guy's, little eyes and suit, and, speaker smile. The spiked shield, I usually, prefer to use the shield, because, you can just, build shield and just, really, tank up. And then, kind of chip away at them with the sword. And, avoid taking damage, because, damage is going to carry over. And, you defeat an enemy a little slower, but you take less damage, and, that doesn't accumulate. Anyway, I'm gonna reroll this. That said, this time I am planning on using one of these 6s for damage, because I can't use it for anything else, but I do have to re-roll this 6. Yeah, this only goes wrong if I roll exactly a 6, and even then I'm only missing out on, 1. So, alright, pretty good. Do 6 damage. I can still use the Fury if I need to. Okay, very safe. Weakening is another status effect. Basically, it makes one of your items or abilities into a lower powered version temporarily. And what that means is different for every item. Every item in the game and every ability in the game has a special, weaker version implemented. That's all hand-tuned. Okay, start re-rolling. Try to get some better numbers. Getting too many 6s. Usually 6s are good, but not like this. Okay, so we kind of whiffed. Gonna keep shielding up. Just keep tanking up, because, I'm doing damage. Right there. 1 damage, at the shield. You can see the sword is now a sword minus. So, I'm using a 3 and 4 on here. 3. I start re-rolling the 3, because, I can do better with 3 re-rolls. Yeah, see, there we go, a 5. 5 shield. And instead of 3 shield. Again, pretty marginal, like, at this point it's pretty unlikely that this stereo head can ever damage me. Like, yeah, I'm taking 4, I'll still have 10 shield left. I'll just have 2 weekends. So, I could use Fury to kill this guy right away, but not really worth it when he's not a threat. Try for some low rolls this time. Okay, tried to roll low, failed. But we'll get to do this. Again, no real danger. Can't even do anything with half its rolls. Yeah. Damage. So it's gonna be a lot longer to level up. You can see the experience is equal to the enemy level. So like, gonna be a few. Anyway, we got, we don't actually need to fight this sorceress unless we want the XP. And, yeah, we're not going to be too hard up for EXP. There's generally enough enemies to reach max level without having to fight absolutely everyone. Alright, I am going to pack this. Yeah, we'll just give another check to what we have. Matchstick doesn't do damage, but it burns dice. And a burnt dice, you have to take 2 damage. But that's that's a pretty marginal effect because it's only 2 damage. And they can choose not to use the die anyway. The one upside to this item is it's reusable, so you can use it more than once a turn. Still kind of gonna ignore it. Maybe if we run into something that is weak to fire, it would be worth equipping it temporarily. I haven't learned everyone's weaknesses, and I haven't really been like changing my loadout based on the enemies. Probably once I'm more familiar with the game and the enemies, and like probably for hard mode you really have to do that, because there's definitely configurations that are better against different enemies. Got $4, and we can buy a boomerang. Again, we have the blight, which doubles poison. Which, if we have a way of like getting poison onto them, and then like doubling things can be powerful. Things that scale based on other things tend to be powerful. Converting one resource into another resource, especially when that resource is damage. So, like, if we could get poison on them and then start doubling it, that would be great. We don't have a way to do that right now. Now, Healing Crystal. Healing Crystal is kind of nice because, you can actually heal up between that, persists. It's not much healing though, and I think I would rather have shield. Although some some stuff goes through shields, and B, the healing crystal is only one square, only takes 1 slot, so I get to equip something else. Although I only have 3 dice right now, let me check my inventory before I decide. So, also this wooden shield is only max 4, which the healing crystal is max 3, which is, you know, less, but not by that much. Yeah, we have matchstick and bump as our 1 slots, and matchstick is already pretty die hungry. We don't have a bunch of those. Bump doesn't really synergize, so I'm gonna ignore that for now. One other thing before we move down. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that healing crystal. I'll buy something else later. The other thing we get, a guild. And that's something that sometimes shows up, where you can take you can take a bonus but a negative. And the Guild of Greed means all our new equipment will be upgraded. There's upgraded versions of all equipment that, again, specific to the equipment, but we will be cursed. And what a curse means is that your items have a random chance of not working. So I don't think I'm gonna go with this. I'm going to ignore it. It doesn't... It seems frustrating. Like, I'd rather... Like, the upgraded benefit... The upgrade benefits are good, but they're, like, marginally good, rather than being, like, game-changingly good. It's, like, like, a boost. And, they're not so much better that... I don't think they're so much... The upgrade versions of things, for the most part, right now, are so much better that they cancel out the, randomly having them not work. And also, it makes it very hard to plan your turn when you don't know whether things are actually going to work or not. So, I try to avoid being cursed, as in real life. I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay, so we can go straight through this bully to the downstairs. But this fixer-upper, we beat him. There's some stuff. There's healing and a treasure chest, and more healing and a shop. There's this fireman, which is guarding nothing. I might go to the fireman to level up, though, because fixer-upper plus the bully will leave me 1 short. Oh, let's take this treasure chest because it's free. Flip a die upside down. Oh, okay, right. Flip it upside down. So like literally physically flipping the die. So like it flips a 1 to a 6 or a 3 to a 4. Just like if you take an actual physical die, it goes to what's on the other side, and like opposite faces add up to 7. So I will backpack it. Check my equipment again, because I like to do that every time I get something new. See if I want a different loadout. No. I just don't have a lot of stuff that makes it worth, I don't have a lot of stuff I can jam into 2 slots that are better than, my double slot equipment. Like, the matchstick takes a lot of extra... You need a lot of die. You need to pump a lot of dice into the matchstick before it has any value. And, like, the spatula and bump are both die value modifying. And that's not really something that this build, like, cares that much about. Like, you can pretty much dump any number into the slots. Fight the fixer-upper. Ooh, they have 7 arms. Nope, 6 arms. They must have mistook something for an arm. Yeah, let's re-roll this 3. See if we can do better. Let's see if we can do better. Like, we can... Well, that's not better. That's extremely not better. Okay, okay. I get it. We pushed our luck, and our luck pushed that. Like, 4 damage and 4 shield. Seems fair and balanced. Ow. Okay, pea shooter. Okay, so yeah, here we have a shock, which we can mostly ignore for now, because you know we have to play it because like it costs 1 die to remove the shot, and we only would have 2 dice left over anyway. So if we really needed to use this item, we could, but I'm gonna start re-rolling, because see if we can high roll. Yeah, this is fine. Gonna shield up, bump him. Yeah, combining dice that goes over 6 will just roll over. Yeah, they're kind of getting us here. Yeah, I think I might actually Fury. I can Fury, put 6 here, do 12. And then... yeah, I won't actually be able to kill him. Or I could Fury to add 10 shield. I think I want to do 5 shield and as much damage as possible. So I will re-roll this 6, see if I can hit a 5 for 5 damage instead of 4. Again, very, very marginal. Yeah, nah. I think I will continue to bank this Fury. Because I will have, like, I believe there's still some healing on the map. And, yeah, I get a heal from level up anyway. Good Fury to kill this guy. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can actually do that, because you know, I'll have it back probably by the next time it actually matters. Yeah, I'm trying to be less conservative with my Fury use. Yeah, see, I have healing here. Take it. See, now this broadsword is just a straight upgrade over this sword. In fact, if I really wanted to, if I really wanted to go for it, I could have a broadsword and a sword and a shield. Broadsword and a sword and a shield. But, I do kind of like the more, like, tank dot build. Shielding twice. Turn. Snake Eye Charm is... It's mostly useful for if you have a build where, like, you want to... Where you have stuff where you need double is all, you know, kind of the best case. But also if you just need just random dice. Like, if you have something that, you know, takes any odd die, then, you know, you don't really care too much. The stagger would be good if we had a way of, like, generating extra dice, but don't really. Like, a lot of things depend on which items you get, because a lot of items, you know, there are items that you know, give you access to more dice than you normally would. Anyway, I am going to defeat this fireman to level up, because, like, I might want to come back and I might actually have a use for some of this stuff after I get my level up bonus. Okay, well, 2 of these 5s are good. 1 of these 5s is useless. Okay, this is good. Broadsword, shown its value already. No. This is kind of unfortunate. Costs 2 health. It costs 2 health to build 3 shield. Kind of funny. I think I'll do it. Just like tank gut. Yeah. I will spend a couple extra health to extra damage. Like, you do have to do damage. Fireman is pretty high variant because if they roll, if it doesn't roll even, then can't do anything. 5. Now that's a number. Not worth taking 2 to do an extra 1. I could start re-rolling, but like, I'm doing pretty good on you know, avoiding taking actual damage. Burn damage. Also, I'm gonna level up after this anyway. What am I talking about? There's no danger here. Like, as long as I don't actually die. Go. Do 11 damage. Just like that. Actually, I probably should have This is funny, I didn't realize that damage you do to yourself also builds limit. What I should have done was re-roll that one that's on fire just to take the 2 damage, just build like, I think that's actually what would have been optimal. Okay. Shield grip. Yes. I love shield grip. If you're, you know, this is actually kind of the last warrior build I did also, where you take the shield grip, and then you have multiple things that give you shield. Then instead of your regular weapon, you have your shield grip. And then you have something that modifies, and then you have your reroll to help you get doubles, and then you also have one of these things to help get doubles. I'm gonna choose the spatula over the bump because specifically because the bump doesn't help. I mean, there's situations for each, but like, I don't know if anyone's actually run the math on. I'm actually curious what the math is on how many different possible configurations of, you know, which is actually better for getting doubles. Because the bump, if you have any 2 dice, okay, let's work this out. With the bump, you can turn it into doubles if you have 1 and a 2, a 2 and a 3, a 3 and a 4, a 4 and a 5, or a 5 and a 6. With the spatula, you can turn it into doubles if you have a 1 and a 6. Oh wait, but permutations, but yeah, I guess with the spatula it's only if you have a 1 and a 6, or a 2 and a 5, or a 3 and a 4. And then, you know, flip those. Okay, so it sounds like the bump is actually what I want. Also, let me see if there's anything in here that... Oh, huh. The Snake Eye Charm actually, yeah, the Snake Eye Charm is probably what I actually want, because that'll get me doubles on just any 2 dice that add up to 6 or more, which is basically anything, but anything besides a 2 and a 3 to... Yeah, it basically means I have doubles on anything besides a 2 and a 3, a 1 and a 3, or a 2 and a 1. So yeah, this is actually the thing I want for this game. Yeah, if I get an upgrade, it's probably going to shield. Although maybe... Really, the upgrade to the shield grip is really good because it makes it only 1 die. It means you can have your, you know, your 4th slot be even just a match. But also just getting to build more shield is good. Because shield is just good on its own, and you know, if you can get a buffer of shield, then you can start getting even more shield. Okay, so we have double was either the 2 4s or the 4 and a 2 and the Snake Eye Charm. So we want to maximize the amount of shield we can build, which means 4 in the wooden shield is good. And then we want some kind of odd number for the spiked shield, preferably a 3 or a 5. I think I want to reroll this one then. Okay, 3 is good for the spiked shield, because like the only way to do better is a 5. Yeah, I don't want to overthink this. Double deals 7, which is, you know, a pretty good chunk of attack, but we also end the turn with 7 shield. And, like, you can see the power of this build. They have 4 rocks total. Yeah, see, the power of it is that now I have 3 shields left. And, oh, okay. By the way, one of these 6s is going to be enough to activate the shield threat, so I can start re-rolling these other dice. 2, no. 4. I want to okay, so I have this 3 I can use on the spiked shield anyway to build shield, and like I don't even want to use a spiked shield for damage because, you know, I can just use it for shield and that becomes damage anyway. I'm actually gonna re-roll this deck, see if I can get a 5. Nope. But now you can see the real power of this build once it gets going, because I rolled over my 3 shield from last turn, and I get to add 7 shield to that. And then I get up to 10, so I do 10 damage. And if they can't take out all my shield, I get to roll over even more shield to next turn. Now this turn I'm up to 6 shield. Rolling these. 2, 5. There we go. 5. And we've got doubles. And see, it really, like, snowballs. You can really snowball shield. And, you know, not only does that keep you from getting, you know, not only does that avoid damage, you know, that only that, you know, obviously help you avoid damage, it shields you, which a shield should do. It also means your damage accumulates turn after turn. So, like, this seems like a pretty solid, warrior build. And partly this is on purpose that I'm able to, you know, put together this kind of build that just like where everything synergizes and snowballs. You know, Terry Cavanaugh, the designer, has said, you know, that his design philosophy for this game is that, you know, you should be able to do things that feel like kind of unbalanced, like that. That's that, you know, that is, you know, for a game especially that's not like being played competitively, you know, having the option to do stuff and like being able to do powerful things that aren't like perfectly, or you know, perfectly balanced and calibrated, that are that feel a little bit unfair. That's, you know, his opinion is that that's more fun and more interesting than just a game where everything is like perfectly balanced and perfectly fair and like nothing feels too good. And that means that also means that like if something, you know, if things are too easy, like you can try hard mode, or you can, you know, put restrictions on yourself. You can, you know, play a gimmick. Got Sneezy, does like sick hedgehog. Okay, so we've got we have no odds for the spiked shield. We have the 6 to activate our shield grit. Got 4 for the wooden shield, so I'm gonna start re-rolling these. 2, no, not good. 5, there we go. That's perfect. That's kind of the concept. Yeah, Sneezy. Oh, Pop. So maybe he's like, must like a weasel? A weasel with spike? Pop goes the hedgehog? I don't know. Anyway, sort of, just like sort of the concept is that like he sneezes and divides, basically he does just a bunch of like little attacks of 2 damage. So 1 to 4 deals, you know, twice, but you know, double the roll. 5 or 6, no damage. Pretty straightforward enemy, and yeah, we're going to do some pretty straightforward dispatching with it, because we get to do our shield snowball thing. Don't even need the snake eye charm this time because we just got snake eyes. This feels like it should. It feels like it should be a lower level enemy than it is. Like even when it's rolling good and does like 6 or 8 damage chunk, like that does seem like a substantial amount of damage when you're getting moving. But like, if I roll the 1 and does, you know, 2 damage, or you know, 2 and does 4, and like that's really not so bad. And then a third of the time it just does nothing. So, I guess it's actually pretty easy to calculate like the expected average damage. It's just 2 plus 4, 6, 6, 12, plus 8, 20, plus 0, plus 0. So it's like 20 over 6. So it's like an average of 3 1/3 damage a turn. It's like not really a lot. Okay, we have the snake eyes again. Oh, yeah. Just had 2 shields and 14. We don't even, like, I was so excited about like trying to optimize my damage, I almost missed that I could just not think about it and just kill him. Just get him out of there. Get out of there, nerd. Have our choice between fighting Cornelius or the Master Thief. Like Cornelius, I want to see what this guy's skill is. Extra dice. Oh wow! This isn't interesting. I mean, he starts with 0. Guess he like builds up. Also, the overworld sprite does look like a crew member from v0.11. Just turned completely black. Maybe he's like the ghost of the mysterious 7th crew member. Alright, so we already got doubles for the shield grip. We got 4 for the wooden shield. Start rerolling the 1. Okay, perfect. We're gonna have a pretty easy time against this guy if he like takes time to ramp up, because we also ramp up. Like, the more turns we get to do the more turns we get to go unbothered, the more we accumulate damage. Oh, that's his deal. Counts down from 99. There is an item that's like safe against death. Okay, doubles for the grip, 5 for the spike shield. Start rerolling for wooden shield. Okay, perfect. Again, I wonder if anyone, what is the math for how long it takes to count down from 99? It is the average die roll of an average die is 3.5. So, okay, where is it? Let me find the calculator, because it's 99 divided by 3.5 is the number of die rolls on average it takes. A little over 28 die rolls. So that would be 1 plus 3. 4 turns, 5, 15. 7 rolls 28. So, on average, Cornelius kills you in about 7 turns. But, not if you kill him first. Got our doubles. Oh, actually, this 6 is our doubles, so that's 5 for the spiked shield. Can start re-rolling this 2, see if I can get a 3 or 4 for the wooden shield. If I can't, that's fine. Okay, perfect. 4, 5, 6 is perfect. Deal. Yeah, we're not in any danger at all here of getting nightmared. Wow, a lot of 6s. Yeah, 6 is actually the worst number for us, because 1 through 4 can go on the wooden shield, 5 is the best for the spiked shield. 6. 1/6 is good because it activates our shield grip. Extra 6s are basically useless. Like there's no reason to use the spiked shield for damage with this build when you can just use it for shield, which is going to be damage anyway, and shields you and rolls over. Can't roll perfect every time. 32 damage. See, like, I guess a lot of builds would have, like, more difficulty with Cornelius. It would be an actual race if you're actually, like, having to cut through this 96 HP, you know, a normal attack at a time, and not doing the shield train. But, yeah, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Right. No need to get fancy. There's no overkill bonus. I'm trying to think of how many games there are where there's an actual, like, incentive to overkill enemies. Final Fantasy X had an overkill bonus where you got extra you got extra stuff at the end of the battle, I guess, to make it a little less annoying. To make fighting low-level enemies a little, like, enemies that you're very over-leveled for, to, like, make it a little less of a waste of time. It seems like the kind of thing that would be a mechanic in Dungeon Crawl Stone Stew. Just because, like, that game has a lot of very game-y mechanics. I don't think it was a thing in NetHack. I think in NetHack you just, like, obliterated the enemy, because NetHack had that whole, like, verisimilitude thing going. I mean, it's like, it's funny because it's like, you know, I suppose simulationism would be a better description, because, like, it was not trying to accurately represent any sort of setting, you know. It's yeah, the famous thing about the famous saying about NetHack is they put in everything but the kitchen sink, and then they put in the kitchen sink. Don't need healing, clearly. Got this pea shooter, which we fought against someone with that, or an enemy with that earlier. If we have ways of just generating a lot of, like, raw pips, I guess this could be good. It's really inefficient on numbers. You know, 5 pips for 2 damage. Next floor is the boss floor. So, there's 6 health here. Master Thief and this Wicker Man. I am going to fight... Actually, I'll fight the Wicker Man first, and then ascertain whether I actually... Like, if I'm in real bad shape, I won't fight the Master Thief. Also, I want to check this shop. You know, if there's a level up bonus that I want. Get information. I'll fight this one first, because Wicker Man's not optional. The other guy is. So there's a cool dude. Wanna say it. Okay. These 2 3s activate the shield grip in 2 different ways. Kind of funny. 3-3 is fine. No, 3-3 is not fine, because then I don't have a 3 to activate the shield grip. Oh, but I can just roll anything, like, higher than a 3. See, there we go. There's that, and, could try for a 5. See how badly can it go? Not really badly at all. Okay, got it. Yeah, if I re-rolled that into, like... another 2, I guess. Do the thing we've been doing. This Fury Limit Break is very nice on this build, by the way. Okay, this guy just heals, and then nothing. It says deals fire damage. I hope that doesn't go through shield. Although it's kind of like, it's bad if it goes through shield because it means that shield isn't protecting us, but it's like kind of it's kind of good in a way because that would mean we get to keep the shield to do extra damage. So usually going through shields is bad, but when your shield equals your damage, that can actually be worthwhile. Oh, never mind, this is fine. Go, shield, then 4-2 for Snake Eye Charm. Then... okay, well I'm definitely banking my Fury for the boss. Okay, it doesn't go through. If I try to use this die, then it will, but whatever, that's 2 damage. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, and that does give me my limit break, which I'm definitely saving for the boss. Yeah, I'll have a heal on level up, there's a healing apple, like, already just sitting around. So it looks like... I need to get up to 19... Oh, I don't actually need to get up to 19 shield, because I can actually use the spike shield for damage this time. Although I could have just used my 2 6s instead of doing that. Toxic ooze. No, that's not a factor. As I can take the health, because, like, I'm fighting this guy to level up anyway. Okay. So... no. Then... cash these in. I remembered completely wrong. The Master Thief does not steal things at all. Goes he gets a good roll, he can do a lot of damage, because basically gets to go, you know, like, triple at -2. Like, it's a 6, it's, 15 damage. Okay, cool. I keep saying okay, cool, but it's like, you do, it's not like, this build, you're not 100% do your thing every turn, but with the, you know, between the rerolls and in this case the Snake Eye Charm, in a previous, I think the last time I did this build I had to make do with Bum. Okay, see, this is more what he's trying to do. He gets to do 5, and they get to do 4, and they get to do 3. So... okay, just do it this way. Yeah, but like, he didn't even get to touch me because I had so much shield. And then, doing it. Man, see, this is like, this is 9 damage. This is, you know, pretty, not terrible. Master Thief is another, like, high variance enemy, because, you know, each, you know, yeah, each possible attack is, like, okay, let me go through this. Like, yeah, he rolls a 1, he does no damage. A 2, 2 damage. A 3 is 5 damage. So, like, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, like, very low amount. Then 4, he finally gets to do his whole deal with, you know, all 3, so that is 9 damage. Yeah, okay, now you're getting there. Then, yeah, 5 gets you 12 damage, and 6 gets you 15 damage. So it's, you know, there's a curve to it. It ramps up. Yeah. Just, like, do it this way. The thing with the rerolls is you're not, yeah, it's like, you might as well take, like, just a guaranteed kill, and, like, there's no real reason to... Okay. Our bonus dice. Midnight Charm. Yeah, we don't need the Midnight Charm. Now we can see what upgrades we get. So, yeah, you'd see the Shield Grip, if we upgrade the Shield Grip, it will proc on just any even. That is, taking doubles. We won't need the Snake Eye Charm anymore, which means, we can sub in something else. The countdown, not really important. Okay. This removes the restriction. I actually like this one. I kind of like it, although it does reduce the size, which means we get to add another item. But, upgrading the Shield Grip kind of does the same thing, and, like, makes it, a little easier to use, so... Also, I think it kind of makes sense to just upgrade your, you know, most important item, in this case, the Shield Grip, so... do that. Now, have the option of out the Snake Eye Charm. Can sub in this pea shooter, which is just like dump in some extra dice. Matchstick. So we'll have like 2 extra dice to work with. We'll have wooden shield and the spike shield, shield grip, and then we can do 2. So the pea shooter, you know, put in our extra stuff, deal our 2 damage. Probably able to do that like once a turn. Matchstick takes odds, so might be able to burn multiple dice. Still only hard. I believe because of how our build ended at, it's actually worth getting this toxic. Because then at least we can get, you know, poison that like does damage, you know, over time, and like can accumulate it. Maybe in retrospect, should have spent money on, you know, more like speculative things. That's something that comes with familiarity, learning like what builds you have available. Like here we go. This is going to be our going into the boss. Grip plus, toxic ooze, wooden shield, shield. You can also see the name, the title, the name of the shield grip gets a little ribbon on it. Show that it's a plus. So the text alignment on that is a little funny, the ribbon, but that's, you know, something that's undergoing development. Let's take downstairs. You get a heal. You get, I think this might be just standard to end boss. Now we get to upgrade something. The max 4, eh. Extra shield, the spiked shield. Okay, I feel like all these things are pretty marginal. The using the spiked shield would let us have 5 things and use our 5 dice, which would be but the thing is, all our other like small things are kind of garbo. Just take the wooden shield. It like lets us have better options for our dice. Lets us get more shield at a time. The, you know, increases the max shield we can accumulate at a time from 9 to 11, which is, you know, the shield's the most important thing in this build, so yeah, again, just prioritizing the most important thing. Oh, strong against poison. Well, now I know. So this Fury probably going to end up being used to just deal the final blow once we got a lot of shield accumulated. So now I don't have to worry about doubles, so I can just re-roll all these ones. Okay, 5 going to spike shield. This 2 I want to hold on to for the shield grip. I can re-roll one of these fours, because right now it's going to be like 5, 4. 4, but like if I re-roll this 4, like, should I get something else? pretty sure. But this one I'm not. This one I'm just not using. So there we go. Five. 2. 4. Go. It doesn't have a lot of health, so like okay. We get a lot of like weakened equipment. Looks like he takes like 1 less damage from poison. So yeah, that's fine. Steel grip minus. Okay, steel grip minus. We just need 2 dice, or like that's fine. Like shield minus is the real like problem child. But, with this, looks like a 2 is going there. Oh, I didn't actually need to do that, but like, yeah. 6 is going there, and then like 2 things are going there. Can't figure out what. Yeah. Probably the 1 is going there. So you roll this 5. Yeah, a 3 would be optimal for that. Otherwise, it's gonna be fun. Okay. Still can't kill it with Fury. Huh. It doesn't say these need to be doubles. Yeah, I'm not so sure about what that was. Okay, well, I didn't get weakened at least. That's good. That was a little annoying. It would be nice to, like, know what was going on with that. Good. Still not enough kill. But getting pretty close. Okay, looks like it might actually be half damage poison. We'll do 8 damage. It just shows 2 slots. Do this. Alright, well, I don't want to use the Fury, like, in case I'm wrong. Oh. Maybe you actually have to, like, add up to the amount it is. Well, even half damage poison is still, like, doing pretty well. Alright. Like, yeah, let's end it. Up to 16 damage. Full grip. Double it. Not all in the mind, it's all on the fist. So there we go. That is our playthrough of Dicey Dungeons. A nice little thank you here. There's no way back because it's a beta. There's no restart. You have to refresh the browser. Yeah, so that's one of the characters. 3 characters currently implemented in this version. So got some nice little background stuff in the credits music. Yeah, yeah, I'm thinking over the next couple days I'll do the other 2 characters we got, and hopefully, hopefully have a chance to play through the other ones. And I played through them in the previous version, and they're like pretty cool. They're also like kind of weird and complicated, so I can understand why they were taking a little extra, little extra tender loving care to get over into the new version. Well, yeah, I mean, tomorrow and the day after is the plan for more Dicey Dungeons.